tutorial. This is so weird. This is so weird, being landscape on my laptop. It's very weird. But here we are. We are here, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different this evening. So we are going to be touring Design Space. I do hope I remembered to open Design Space before we came in. Yes, it is exactly there. I'm going to set up a new project just ready and waiting. And what we'll do is we'll wait for some people to arrive. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a problem with the live stream link, so I will give it a couple of minutes. If you want to write in the comments some bits that you might want me to go through and stuff like that. Top messages, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, so just top messages. Sorry, just getting into basically landscape mode. I just want to make sure that everyone can see. I just want to go into the settings because obviously, like I say, we had to change this last minute. So give me a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds to just go through, make sure everything's correct. Well, I think is correct. I think that is fine. Like I say, I'm gonna give everyone a couple of minutes just because they're probably lost on the other stream. I can see there are people sat there waiting, so I'm hoping they're going to come over in a minute. There's not a lot I can do about that. I'm hoping people know. Sorry, just want to make sure that we're not running ahead of anything. Okay, perfect. Hi Lordana, hi Lisa. Okay, Lorraine, sorry. Like I say, we had to do a last minute thing because it was set up on a mobile. We think that this is all very new, so you're gonna have to bear with us basically. But we have figured it out. Wondering advice on my camera scoring stylus. I'm not doing anything on machines tonight. We are literally just doing Design Space, but I would recommend going to Membercare and having a chat with them. They will help you out. Yeah, I'm good, Lisa. Okay, so let me just, what have we got here? Sorry, YouTube popped up. I was making sure I didn't have to okay anything. So, are we beginners? Who have we got here? Have we got some beginners here? Like we've always asked, if you could like the live, love the live, tap the screen, whatever it is you have to do on this platform, I'd be really appreciated so we can get out to the rest of our Cricut community, just to make sure that they know how to use Design Space. Telephone number. I did share this last night. Sorry, I don't remember. It's 0808 something. Sorry, I don't know it off by heart. So beginner here. Only made a couple of things with vinyl so far. Okay, amazing. Hi Deb, you okay? So what I'm going to do is we'll get it going because we are on YouTube. It's not like the other one. I won't say it. It's not like the other one where we can't watch back. So I am going to share my screen, hopefully. Window. And I'm hoping, I need you to all tell me if you can see, because then when I open up Design Space, I then lose you all. But what I'm going to do is not worry too much about this. I'm going to make my screen a bit smaller, make Design Space a bit bigger, and then I'll still be able to see. Can everyone see? It works. Yay! Fairly experienced now, but so much to learn. There is a lot to learn, but you are going to be absolutely fine. We're going to crack. If there is anything a bit smaller than maybe you would be used to on your screens, but it's all here. It's all here. Don't worry. It's all here. So if there is anything specific you want to see, please drop it in the comments. We'll go over sort of all the basics and stuff like that. But I do want to make sure that we sort of hit what everyone is looking for. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Super excited how to use Design Space. I cannot wait. So let's get going. So I think I'm only stalling because it's very, very new. I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm completely honest. But I do know what I'm doing, obviously, in Design Space. But it's this whole screen share and stuff. I just want to make sure that it's all perfect for you all. So let's start. I tell you where we'll start. We will start on the home screen because you'll all be very, very familiar with this screen. So this is the screen when you first log in. This is the screen that you'll look at. You can see that I'm not very good at looking at my notifications, but it is generally sort of updates from the lovely people in the community and what they have started sharing. So this is your main home screen. Now you've got the tabs at the top here, which are normally like trending stuff that people are using sort of currently. You've got contributing artists, editable images. You've got lots of sort of tabs at the top there, which are sort of popular information. You've got some how-to, so you can go in. Everything is sort of linked to YouTube now, so you can go through and there will be lots of sort of tutorials in there on how to make individual projects. So let's go back. Beginner projects, everything. I feel like Design Space is very, very user friendly. I feel like it's very, very user friendly. You kind of click on the button, you think, oh, Christmas and holidays. It's going to give you Christmas and holidays information, basically. So let's go back. So Inspire. This is sort of projects, again, that are quite popular. I'd imagine it's sort of partly sort of keyworded, so it knows what you might want to see. So you've got a sort of section for things that you might be interested in. I'm interested in pedantic calendars, if anyone was on the other live, but the print and cut calendars, gardening, Santa stuff, stuff that I've kind of clicked on before. And then we've got my stuff. So this is all stuff that is I've saved within my project. And so these are my projects. These are ones that I have loaded up, made, and then I've obviously got some photos of some of them on there. So this is everything for mine. And then I've got bookmarked. So these are projects that I have bookmarked within Design Space. I need to get better at doing that. I see something, think, oh yeah, that's great, and then kind of just go off and don't do anything about it. So freezing, don't know. I've got full internet signal, so I'm not sure why it would be doing that. Ready to make. So these are projects that are literally ones that you could literally put into them, click on, customize, and then it will show you. It will literally not customize, make it. You'll just go straight into making this project. Obviously, customize on here means that you can go in and maybe make some adjustments. Oh, okay, cool. We have got first projects, Cricut Access. If you're not an Access subscriber, or why not, Access subscription is amazing. You've got over 1 million images, over 1,000 fonts, 100,000 ready to make projects. Like, there is so many benefits to having Cricut Access. So I would highly recommend, if you do not subscribe, you do get a 30-day free subscription, just to give it a go. And I promise you, like, everyone thinks like, oh, I can just upload my own images. Yes, you can upload your own images, but are they clean images? Have they got a background? Have they been approved by Cricut to know that they will definitely cut correctly? So that's definitely something that is worthwhile having a look. And you've also got 10% off at Cricut.com. There's lots of other little benefits as well, but those are the main ones. Heat guide. Oh, have I lost you now? No, Heat Guides brought me up another screen, so that will be going to the website, and then the shop will go to a website as well. So we will go back to Canvas. So this is your Canvas. You've got the 2 tabs at the top, and you can go into Canvas. Very for you all. So if you've all actually gone into and made something, this screen should be quite familiar for you. what we'll do is I will go round. So new just means you will start a new project. So you'll click it and it will bring up a new canvas. It's not going to do that for me because this is a new canvas for me. I would be absolutely lost without Cricut Access as well. 100% agree. It really is. I think it's a must. It's obviously not a must. You don't have to have it. No one's going to force you to use it. But the features within Design Space are amazing. I'm going to come to templates last, just because I want to go through some proper beginner stuff, and then last 5-10 minutes, I will make sure that we have a little Q&A, and you'll be able to ask me specific things and I'll go through. But there's some things that are not beginnery. I just want to go through the basics stuff. Now you can access the projects from here, so you don't have to go from that home screen. If you get into your project and you think, oh, actually I need a bit of inspo, you can open that there. Look at that little bow lollipop holder. That is adorable. There's just, honestly, if there is not something in here that you would love to make, I would be on the floor. There is so much on there. So shapes. So these are all your free shapes. So people talk about free shape projects. They are the ones that have been made of the free shapes. They're free for you to cut. You don't have to pay anything. You could literally cut a pentagon, a hexagon, a octagon, a heart. You could cut any of them free of charge. But then with Access, like we said before, there's lots of benefits. So you can then include these into your subscription. You can upload these. Don't get me wrong, you can upload these, but it's about going to then find these. And I just think that sometimes for the £7.49, it's kind of worth just having, just so you can literally go, oh, click. So what we'll do is we will add we'll add a circle to Design Space. Now I love that this tab down the side here, I keep pointing to it like you can see me point. You can see me point probably. I can't see me per se, but so I'm so pleased that this is here now, because lets you use the canvas too, and I think that's amazing. So we have got circle. I'm going to say that was a pentagon. Yeah, I'm not very good. I wasn't very good at maths and shapes and stuff, but yeah, we can select any of these, and then like I say, because I've got the Access subscription, I can go in and use these shapes too. So that's how you basically put something onto your canvas. Now you can change the color of these to purple. Katie will be pleased. Pink. Let's go green. So you can change the color of these shapes. Obviously, it's only going to cut the color. It's only going to cut the color. Oh, crackly voice. Do you reckon I had my hand over a microphone then? Have we still gone crackly now? Let me know if we're still crackly. Mine has 100%. What are we? Are we talking about Access, or has my... I'm not too sure. Like I say, this is all really, really new. Can't hear you. It's stuttering. Oh, that's not nice at all. What about now? Oh, that's annoying. Why is it stuttering? I've got... Sound is fine. I can hear you. Frozen for a bit. Live. I can hear you. Okay. Okay. Maybe it was because my laptop was moving a little bit. Maybe there's something over a microphone. Okay, we've got some people that are fine, some people that are not. I don't know what to say. If it was everyone, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to come off and come back on. But some people are saying it's fine. Some people are saying it's not. How weird that you can't hear on phone, but you can hear on other devices. Okay, right. We'll carry on, and if it gets really, really bad, like, let me know, and we will stop and start again. But some can, some can't. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so obviously your shapes are only going to cut the color that you have got on your canvas. So like on your mat. So if you've got purple, if you put purple on there, that doesn't mean you have to have purple on your mat. You can have red on your mat, but know that the purple is obviously going to cut the red. So yeah, I would just, again, if you just have a color change, don't worry too much about what it says on the canvas as such. So let's go on to images. So these are all the images in Design Space. If there is something here that you can't, if there is something not here in this section, I again would be very, very shocked. There is over 1 million images. So there's lots. Obviously, like I say, I've searched for lots there, so you can just get rid of them. But if you was like cat hat, there's a cat in a hat. How cool is that? 1.3 million. Yeah, over 1 million images. Ridiculous, isn't it? So yeah, there would be, I would say, not that you would be hard pushed to not find something that you would like. That cat is so cute. So this is a newish function too. Obviously, you can go into image. You've got the images, then you can go into this toolbar here, and then start to break down what you would like to find. So cut, draw, print, then cut. So you can really hone down on what you're going to see. So these will print then cut. They won't just cut. Maybe there's like been an update recently and you need to update. Sorry. But yeah, if you're having trouble, come out, go back in. It's typical, isn't it? It's a typical non-techie person's answer. Shut it down, start again. So then we've got draw. So these images will draw with the pen. These are cute. Again, look at all the cat images, like amazing. And then you've got cut. So these are the ones that will cut, and you've got layers for. So if we, oh, where have we gone? Oh, why won't it let me? Won't let me pick the image. Oh, do you know what? Got to push the plus. You never used to have to do that. So you push the plus on the screen and it puts it in there. Now, if you don't like this view, like I say, this view is a new view. You can go into advanced search, and this is the old view. Again, you get a few more options down this side here. And also you get to see a lot more sort of images within Design Space here. So again, it's up to you entirely, but I like putting stuff on the canvas while I'm sat like this. Don't get me wrong, it can take a little bit longer to scroll down, but to be able to just click and go, does that work? Does the cat with the hat on work okay with that? I think that's a lot better personally. I'm not a serial bookmarker. I'm not a serial bookmarker, unfortunately, Katie. I need to get into the habit of doing that. So moving forward, we've got text. Let's move. We're going to move that out of the way just so you can see what I'm doing. So text. So you're going to click your text and then your text box is going to come up. If you click off the text box, it will just leave you with being able to make it bigger and smaller, turn it upside down, rotate on the edges. And then you can obviously change the size of the box. Now, if you double click, that will then highlight you blue, and then you will be able to change the text basically. So we're just going to go with Harriet, only because she's just texted me and asked me to extend her iPad time. And that's the only word I could think of. So there is your text there, and then you've got fonts up here. So you've got all your fonts coming down the edge here. So you can change them. And Murpha is a firm favourite of mine. There is lots that I love, basically. And a lot of these are featured up here. they're the ones that I would highly recommend. If there is a font you're looking for, to go into the featured fonts, you'll find something that you're looking for there. If you need something a little bit more specific, you can then either go through and select by like style. So you've got stencil, black letter, techno, fashion, contemporary, sports. You've got all those ones there. You've also got your system fonts. So if you've got different fonts to what's in Design Space, you can then use the system fonts within your computer. Yeah, if you want a font, just search for BFC, and you'll find exactly what you're looking for. So these fonts down here are the ones that are on my computer. Now I've got a couple of uploaded ones in there that I've used. I think that Melinda one might be one that I've imported. So you can import your own fonts too, but you'll just have to download them and then use them as your system fonts. Recent fonts, so these are ones that I've recently used on projects over the last couple of days, and then bookmarked. Bookmarked is amazing. So these are my main bookmarked. Again, not the best at bookmarking, but here we are. That's what happens. I will get better at it. But I have bookmarked all of these because I know these are some of my favorites here. Some of the fonts I do just know off the top of my head, but there is nothing like just going into bookmark and going, yes, that one will work. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's perfection basically. Now you can also go for writing style. I don't want to go too much into this because there's lots of other stuff that I want to go through. But you can change these to like writing style. So then you're only going to get fonts that will give you writing style. So they'll single layer you basically. There'll be singular lines, like you can see there, or you've got neon soda. But like you said, these are going to just go around the edge. And again, I'm in my bookmarks, so there's not that many there. But if you went into here and you typed writing, there'll be an abundance, and that will change it all into writing style rather than it being a cut. So you can then change that to foil up here. So you've got operation up here. I'll go through these in a moment. But yeah, that's the main sort of focus of your fonts there. And again, you can just take it off of writing style. We'll come back up there in a minute. Sorry, I keep trying to go up there. Right. Monogram maker, I'll touch on it now just so you know sort of what you're doing with it. So if you have got, so I'm AAV, and this basically just makes these monograms like an image. So you've got AAV, and then you can put like a nice board around it, some circles around it. You need to play with this. It's not just a easy function just to go, oh, that's what you do. There is lots of different things you can do in the monogram maker. In the thematic, you can go through and there'll be all different themes. Like if you wanted to do it for a wedding, there's a nice wedding one there, and it basically just lets you personalize images better, basically. Better, yeah, that'll do. That word will do. So then you can add that to canvas. So there is your monogram, and then you can go in and split these monograms up, but you can't change the font, sorry. Once you're in there, you can only have up to 4 letters. Upload, you have got, so you can upload images. We will touch upon this quickly. Let's do mystery box. So mystery box today. Did anyone get mystery box? So we're going to upload this. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do too much with it. This would be a print and cut image. But if you wanted to remove the background, you can click remove background. It will take the background away. That is an access thing though. So you will need access to be able to do that. And then you can revert it back there. You can just erase random parts, and then you can restore them back again just with the cursor like that. And then you can also crop, so you can take parts of the image out and then apply and continue. So you've now got this sort of multiple layers function. We're definitely not going into that, I'm sorry. That's a lot. But you've got single layer and you've got flat graphic. So flat graphic will basically print and cut. Single layer will mean that will put, without the colors and stuff, it will just be a cut image on there. So we'll put the flat image on. Now you've got some collections here. Again, not the greatest at setting collections, but if you're organized and you love it, you could save this into one of your collections, and you just sort of save the image name. We're not going to do that just because, again, I just don't really use that function. It's just not something that I've really done. And then you've got your image on Design Space, and like I say, look, you can see through. So I have taken some of that image out. Not the greatest. I say not the greatest of image to show you, but it gives you an idea on how to upload. So This function here, so this is operation. So this is really what you're going to you're telling your machine what to do. So you're going to tell it whether it's a cut, draw, or print then cut. You can also use this as a guide as well, which I actually prefer to sort of templates. So if you wanted to use this circle as a guide, so say you had a coaster that you was doing and it was 8.75 inches wide. If you click guide, it will literally give you a circle. That won't cut. That guide won't cut. It's just to know whether something fits within it. You've then got print then cut. So that will just print and then cut that circle. And you have got engrave, so that will then engrave, and obviously you need to have the tips for these. You got deboss, score, foil, which Katie is going through tomorrow evening, which is fine, medium, bold. Obviously you've got 3 different tips for the Maker 3. Pen, self-explanatory, it's going to draw for you. Perforate, so it's going to give you that dotted line. So if you've got the perforation tool, it will perforate for you. And then you've got wavy blade, which will give you a wavy cut, basically. And then basic cut, which is just your basic cut. Debossing and graving. So debossing is basically it's basically a tool that bosses into, so it would deboss will it won't cut. So it will just basically do an indent as such, whereas engraving is like for metal or I guess like acrylic or something like that, and it will physically engrave, like, engrave. We did it the other day. I haven't got anything to hand. Oh, please don't fall. Please don't fall. So that is engraving. I'm not sure you can see. So that is the engraving. So that will engrave onto something like that. Debossing is basically it will make a dent. It won't cut. That's a great way to explain it, Casey. Applies pressure to leave dents, so it will leave a dent. Select all means it will select everything within your canvas. So then if you need to go bigger or smaller. Oh, edit. You've got your typical cut, copy, paste, duplicate, delete. So they are just your edit functions, and they're quite sort of standard functions you might find that you will use. You've got align. So if I select the cat with the pentagon, you can align this. I'm going to move it a little bit. So you can then go center. So this basically moves this wherever you want it. So if you want it in the center, that is center. I know it doesn't look like it's center because it's got the hat on, but it is center technically, as in like the center of the cat is in the center. Align left, it will align it to the left. Your engraving is brilliant. So, and then you've got arrange. I keep moving that back over, sorry. So arrange is bring your image to the front. I don't know if I need to make this a bit bigger so you can see. Arrange, send to the back so you can't see the image. Send it right to the back. So if you've got like a few things, so if you can see on the layers here, it sent it right to the back. You can also move them on these layers here as well. And again, you've got group, ungroup. So if you had selected all, arrange, group, or ungroup as well. So if I group everything together, it means it will stay together on there, but it won't. If I put this to canvas, if I go make, this will still split it up. You've not attached. You've just grouped it for the purpose of your canvas, basically. Where are we next? Flip. I think that's quite self-explanatory. You're going to flip it horizontally or vertically. It will just flip your image for you. So I'm going to ungroup these just for this. So offset, massive function, best function to ever hit Design Space, in my opinion. So offset, what am I like? Offset, so this is your distance. So this is how big or how small you're going to offset, and whether you're going to internally offset or externally offset. So this one here, that will make an internal offset. So if you wanted to cut something that was smaller than the image you had, and then you've got an external offset the other way. So can you see how that works? So external offset is a very popular way of sort of putting writing together. So if we go back to text, if I write Amelia here, so if I then wanted to offset that, you can then apply. It's got that's a pen offset. Then if I put that as a cut, so then that's going to cut round that and then draw on my image. If I get another bit of text and just change that font, I'll show you how. That one there, we don't want pen. Go away, pen. Go away, pen. It's because I've already made it now. No. It won't change back now. Why won't it change back? Come on, cut. Oh, it won't change back. It's because I've selected it in writing style, but for some reason I can't get it to go back. But you can see what I mean. You can see that basically Amelia would then cut, and then the offset would cut around the Amelia. Create sticker, I feel like, is a function on its own that we need to discuss separately, but I will show you it in action. So you've got create sticker, die cut sticker. So you can choose whether to have a border, thin, standard, thick, and whether you want a color on that. Interior shapes is basically if you've got a shape that's got like areas within it, whether you want them to cut those areas. And then you click make, basically. Click make. So then you've got two layers. So you've got, oh, now it's made it too big. That's offset. That is not create sticker. So you've got edit sticker. Where's the sticker gone? So edit sticker. If I make the border wide, you'll see when it's done. So it's made a wider border. So now this will print then cut. It's telling you there the function is print then cut. So it's going to print that and then it's going to cut around it, basically. So that is your sticker function. Sorry, I'm trying to get as much in here as possible, just so you'll know sort of roughly around. I won't be too much longer, I promise. Rotate, again, you can just rotate that 90 degrees if you want an exact rotation. And then position is like where you want it on the canvas. Like if you've got a specific location you want it. I've never ever used that, if I'm honest. I just move it sort of with my cursor as such. So I'm going to flip that back round again because I feel odd with it flipped that way. So over to this section here, you have got your layers. So these are all your different layers within Design Space. So all these are all separate layers. And then up the top here, if you select two of the layers, it will then give you the option to group. You've also got an option to duplicate and an option to delete. Now, these are also functions up here that you can find as well within edit and arrange. So you can find both of them there, and you have got hotkeys too. So you've got Command G to group and Shift Command G to ungroup. So when you group on here, you can see that it groups them together, and you can actually call that something shape group, just so then if you wanted to hide it, bring it back or anything like that, you've got it there. Now, color sync. Let's do color sync very, very quickly. Sorry, it's so weird just talking at the screen. Right, we'll ungroup them for a minute. Color sync is basically all the colors that you've got on your canvas. So say you want this pentagon here, this green, you would literally go to that pentagon and then you can pull that down to that green. So then you can make that the same. So I can literally make everything on this canvas that green if I wanted to, just by using that rather than going through. No, you don't have to group before you attach. So before you go through, you don't have to then go and try and find the colors. Yes, when you hit the color up here, you've got the colors. These colors here are the ones that are on the canvas, but it's always great to just go into colour sync and make sure what you want that colour, because this is basically how many mats you're going to cut. So you're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mats in these colours. If you went, oh, actually, let's put the blue diamond now purple, you can move them up and down on colour sync. I'm going to go back to layers. I'm going to show you how to change the colour of your canvas. Now, this is always really good. So can you see, you can't really see the offset on this cat. You can see it, but obviously my canvas is white too. If you click blank canvas down there and then go to colour, I quite like it just having a very light colour like that. So then you can see around your images and where your image is. Again, if I was to offset this, make it white, I just want to be able to see them clearly, basically. So to change the colour of your canvas, some people go dark, so they'll change it right down to black because that's better for them to see. But then it depends on what colours you've got on your canvas, I suppose. So that's that little tip there. I will show you contour. So contour is basically when you've got an image and then there's spaces within the image. Let's click it. It just basically means that you can take out, not that part. It's so small. If you hide all contours, it will hide everything within the bigger image. So then that removes them out the way. So if you didn't want those little ones to be cut, you can just take them out. You don't have to have them in there. Flatten is, yeah, you can zoom in. I just trying to get it done. Sorry, I've already gone over a little bit. Sorry. What was the button? So it's that blank canvas one down the bottom here, and then this color one up here. So it's the only function you can do within that blank canvas section. Where was we? Contour. So yeah, you can change the complete look of an image with contour. So if you select the cat with contour, I can just cut the outline of the cat rather than cutting all the bits in the middle. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so we can see it. We have got flatten. So flatten will basically make an image, print then cut. If we put these two together and hover, it will flatten them down to one layer and it will then print and then cut. So all that's going to do is cut, print through my printer and then cut around that image. And then you can unflatten, but be careful because when you unflatten, you still got print then cut up there. You do need to change the operation back to basic cut. So, and then you've got attach. So you can put two together. If they're different colors, attach will then mean that they will change to the same color, but everything that you see there within those two images, it's going to cut around. So if I sent that to the mat, it's going to cut around that. So you're not going to get the circle and the pentagon. You're going to get a circly pentagon shaped thing. Are you able to move your camera view to the other side? Yeah, I can do, maybe, because we're being covered by comments. Sorry. Is that better? That side better? Is that better? No, that's not. No, right. Okay. I can see what you mean now, maybe. What about now? I don't think I can move it. I can't move it. It's there. Oh, that's annoying. I don't think I can move the camera. Can I move me? I don't think I can move me. It's not giving me any options to do that. Canvas was then. Minimize. Yeah, I just did that. It's not working because I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing if I minimize, it just makes it like that. I can't move it. A little bit annoying. I can't move the box. I squidge it in. No, but then I can't see it. I can't see anything then. Oh, that's really annoying. I'm so sorry that you can't see that bottom corner. There's no option for me to move my face. It's just saying stop sharing. Share. No, I'm just going to check, make sure I can't. There's no option to do it. I'm really, really sorry, but you're gonna have to just trust me. Down in this corner over here, that one there was to change the color, and then you scroll across, not scroll across there, scroll across at the top. You're gonna have to for now. Maybe it will go by this when we do the thingy. A table like we just said. Now combine again is a whole nother level of functions basically. So you can unite, which means it will bring the projects together. Yes, I will do that, Amy. Yeah, thank you, that's a good idea. Basically unite will unite the projects together. And just going through some of the others, subtract will subtract one image out of another image. Intersect means that you will just get the middle. So if you've got one image over another image, it basically means that you will, I'm going to undo unite. Intersect means that you will just have that bit that was kind of overlapping. Let's do undo intersect. Exclude means you will just exclude the piece that's overlapping. And then let's quickly, so, do you know what? I didn't think I'd go over on this, if I'm completely honest. There's so much to go through. It's a pressure. Subtract means that you will subtract the top image out of the bottom image. And then undo. So, and then we've got slice. Slice is kind of like subtract. So if you slice it out, but you will keep all the pieces, absolutely all of the pieces out of all the images. So slice is good if there was something that you wanted to keep out of those images. You will be able to get that. I've made this bigger again. Oh, settings. I just want to show you settings quickly. General settings. Now, this is where you're going to install updates for Design Space. It looks like there's an update there. I won't click that. There might not be an update there. If you click it, sometimes it's like, oh, no, you've got the newest version. I don't want to click it right now because we might have to wait for it to basically do the update. English. This will be saving for offline. Beta, obviously, if there's new functions, sometimes they let you have a little play in advance. Content, so it's about what content you're going to see. So you've got mature content, you can hide it, show it, and or you don't have to, you can sort of, it'll give you a warning, and you can take things off and put things on. So new product setup, update firmware. So again, if you're looking at updating your machines, calibration again will be for calibrating your machine. So whether you want to do that with rotary blade, knife blade, or print and cut. Obviously, if you haven't got Maker and you've got Joy series or anything like that, there'll be less things to do on there. Machine care, we won't go through that because that looks like that's only for venture. And then custom material. So when you go into your settings, you often have an option to set up your own custom material. You can do that from here too. Cartridges is if you have the older machines. It's probably not that relevant really. Canvas, imperial metric, partial grid or no grid. So partial grid will take out, I don't know if you just see, take out all the little grids, and then no grid at all takes everything out. I am a full grid person. I just think it's just whatever sort of you get used to, and that's what you get used to. So imperial metric, I flip between the two. I'm kind of an inches person, I'm kind of a centimeter person. I flip between the two. And then operation type basically means that down the side it will tell you what your operation is. There is no reason to not have that on. I would totally have that on all the time. I do have it on all the time. Load. So again, just if you only are ever going to use card mats, or you're only ever going to use 12 by 12, select one. If you select none, it will just always give you the option. and that's because that's for the defaults basically. Print then cut page. Obviously, if you have got an A3 printer, you can up to A3. You have to do that here before you go into A3. That's a lot of talking. I need a drink, sorry. And again, this is just notifications. So whether when you're going to get notified, here you can find sort of minimum system requirements and all the good stuff of what computer you've got and stuff like that. Is that everything? Save. If you want to save, you're going to go through, you're going to make your image tutorial, save, and it's going to save that in my stuff. So if I get rid of that, so you've got my stuff, it's now saved into the tutorial, and you can flick back to the canvas just using those functions there. I think that's it. Again, you can select which machine you have down the side here. So I'm lucky enough that I think I pretty much have all of them. So yours, I don't know if the list is smaller if you don't have as many machines. I can't remember. But yeah, you'll be able to basically pick the machine that you've got there. And that's it. I say that's it. Like that was just like I just bombed you with everything. Can you save this? I did save it to my Design Space profile. I hope some of you found that. I hope maybe you might have got one thing out of it. Maybe changing the color of your canvas. They're like functions that sort of don't come about very often and people don't often know about. If you put one project public and other are private, but can't find mine on Design Space. I'm not sure what you mean, Lisa. You can always message me and we can chat about it though. Thank you very, very much. Tomorrow we have got Katie on TT on TikTok, and she is going to be showing you some foiling. It's not going to be so monotonous as hearing her voice the whole. Well, you will hear her voice the whole time, but she won't be talking at you the whole time. It's actually very, very difficult. Absolutely hands off to anyone who does any tutorials or anything like that, because it's hard to go through, especially when you're like, I bet a lot of people know all this, but I hope some people, like you say, took a couple of things from it. But that's it. Yeah, we got Katie on tomorrow at 8:30 on TikTok, and I'm going to end this screen share just so I can be here. Yeah, we got Katie tomorrow on TikTok at 8:30 doing foiling. That will be amazing live. It was a bit of a constant waffle. I think I've really outdone myself. 48 minutes of waffling. Yeah, I'm very crafty on socials. If you want to go and follow me, like I say, you're more than welcome to ever send me a message. And I will happily help you out with anything, basically. Well, thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you all soon.